Hello and thank you for joining the Federation Strategic Command. In this tutorial video, we're going to cover what do you do now that you've joined the fleet. This will be the first in a series of videos, hopefully designed to get you acquainted with how everything works in the fleet, how to do certain things, and general knowledge on what a fleet is all about. Now, first and foremost, we're going to go over some of the chat functions. For example, here you'll see the chat window. Now, obviously, when you first join a new fleet for the first time, you're not going to know a whole lot about the chat functions. So, first things first, once you join a fleet, your fleet has their own private channel that they can use to communicate amongst themselves. In order to switch to that specific channel, you're going to go down here to where it says Zone in the chat box. You're going to click on that, and that's going to bring up a list of other channels that you can chat to. Let's click on Fleet. So, anything that I type in this box, once I hit enter, this is going to go to the fleet channel. You'll notice it's in green, differentiating it from all of the other chat channels. Now, in order to have this separated from your other chats, like for example your zone chat or your local chat or whichever other chat that you decide to use, you can also create a new chat tab. To do that, you're going to go down here to the right of the chat box where it says Chat Configuration and Social Shortcuts. You're going to click this and then go to Chat Settings. Now, right here is all of the different tabs that you have, and if you click on this tab, add new tab, you'll see a new tab pop up. In order to rename the tab, you come up here and rename it to whatever, let's say test, and then click the rename button. You'll notice that now the name has changed from chat2 to test. Then we come over here underneath where it says game channels, and you can check or uncheck any of these boxes that you choose. If the box is checked, then that chat will show up in this tab. So for the purposes of this video, let's rename this Fleet 2 since I already have a fleet channel. We'll hit rename. You'll notice the name has changed to Fleet 2. Now, since we only want our fleet chat to show up in this tab, we are going to uncheck all of the boxes except for fleet. Friend, inventory, local, match, minigame, all of these need to be unchecked. I would, however, recommend that you still keep the tell checked. That way, if anyone private messages you, it will also show up in the fleet chat. Also, don't forget the custom channels. Don't forget to uncheck all of these, except for those that are owned by your fleet. And that way, if you'll notice, in the Fleet 2 tab, the only thing that is showing up is this green text here, which denotes that this is the fleet chat. Now, moving right along. There is another way to chat with the fleet, and the way that you do that is with an app called Discord. Discord is a voice and text chat. If you think about it, is basically like Skype and TeamSpeak had a baby, and Discord was the result. The Federation Strategic Command use it for quite a bit of fleet communications, especially while we're running missions, because it's not always practical to type while you're in the middle of combat. So, in order to download Discord, you have to go to discordapp.com. You'll get this window, and it says download for Windows or open Discord. Now, the open Discord button will actually open up your Discord chat in the browser. However, we recommend that you go ahead and download the app. So, click on the download for Windows button, and then down at the bottom, you will actually, once it's done, I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to cancel this. Once it's done, you click this, run the program, and it will install Discord on your computer. Now, once you have Discord installed, you need to come up with your own unique name and then join the Fleet Discord channel. The Fleet Discord channel is basically for all fleet members to communicate with one another, either via voice or text chat, as you can see here. You can also share pictures, GIFs, audio files, and all manner of other things on the Discord chat. Now, in order to set up Discord, you will need to go down to User Settings, the little gear here next to your name, and then once you get to this screen, you're going to want to go to Voice and Video here, select your input device and your output device. Your output device is your microphone, by the way. As you'll see, Realtek high definition audio, etc. Default. Oh, I apologize. The input device is your microphone. But your output device is your speakers or your headphones. Now, depending on your particular preference, you can choose voice activity, where the microphone is automatically turned on whenever you speak, or you can choose push to talk, which allows for a button press to turn the microphone on to speak. This is particularly useful if you have a lot of noise in the background that you don't want everyone to hear, or you just don't want everyone to hear everything that you're doing in the background. Now, under the input mode here, you'll see a little thing that says input sensitivity. Now, most people should leave this on where it says automatically determine input sensitivity. However, if you do have issues, you can turn this off and you'll see a slider bar pop up. You can move the slider bar to the left or to the right depending on your individual needs. If you move it down, you will increase the input sensitivity, which means it will not take nearly as much to trigger the microphone. And if you slide it to the right, it will take more to trigger the microphone. But for most intents and purposes, we recommend that you turn this off to where it's automatically determining your input sensitivity. Most of the other options down here I wouldn't worry about. You may also want to go to My Account, which for me, Streamer Mode is enabled, so it's not going to show you anything. And you might want to tweak a few things here and there. Privacy and safety also is another thing that you might want to tweak depending on your personal preferences. Under authorized apps, you can actually choose to allow it to connect to Steam and Twitch and other apps that you use. And connections, I forget exactly what connections does, but it's probably not going to be very important at the moment. So, Now that we've taken care of that, I'm going to hit escape there and drag this over here out of the way. In order to join a Discord channel, our fleet has a pop-up on the screen that actually gives you a link to our Discord. There's also a link to download Discord on our fleet website, which I will get into at some other time later on in this video. But let's move on. How to join Discord channels. Basically, if you copy and paste that Discord link into your browser, it should automatically take you to an invite screen, and all you have to do is click one button to join the channel. You'll automatically be invited into the channel where you can text and chat and so on. Moving right along, the fleet website. In order to go to the fleet website, you'll type in fscfleet.engine.com into your URL bar, and that will take you to our main website. Here on the very first home page, you will see a little bit of information about the fleet, including our core beliefs and also some of the things that you would need to do in order to gain a level or a rank within the fleet. Also, you will see a list of everyone who holds a position of authority within the fleet, and basically people to talk to about, important things that has to do with the fleet. But if you need to get a hold of anyone, this is basically who you need to get a hold of here. Now, on the website, or I should say before you get to the website, you're going to need to sign in or sign up. If you already have an Engine account, then log into that and then proceed to the website. Otherwise, you'll have to click on the register button, in which case you'll need to put in your username and your password and an email address where they can actually reach you at. Then you'll need to click the I'm not a robot, at which point you will be registered for the website. And I believe in order to join our particular website, there's also a questionnaire. I'm not sure if it's mandatory, but we do recommend that you fill that out because that lets us know a few details about, perhaps why you joined or what you're looking for in the fleet, things of that nature. And that helps us to streamline the fleet and make this a family rather than just, a guild on a video game. Now, as to the people that you should contact being a new member of the fleet, you should contact @J23087 or just J, and also T-Knight180 or just T-Knight. Either one of those individuals will be able to get you up to speed in the fleet as to things that are expected, rules, regulations, that sort of thing. We don't have many, we're pretty laid back. But ultimately, I believe that's pretty much it for this video, and thank you once again for joining Federation Strategic Command. I will talk to you later.